Welcome to the White Rabbit YouTube channel. In today's episode, I just noticed my tooth. It looks pretty bad, but it's going to get fixed tomorrow. Okay, so as I was saying, it looks really bad. Let's do that again. Welcome to the White Rabbit YouTube channel. In today's episode, we are covering the previous episode, Time Travel in Ukraine episode, as well as learn how the men in black or big government catches time travelers. I'm also going to answer a few questions that were asked on the White Rabbit 4090 Facebook page. And I've got a little bit of a Stephen Hawking story at the end. So let's see. First, I'll go through the comments from the time travel. So in this one, the names of the users are a little strange, so bear with me. So user YB6HE6JM1N wrote, "That portal at the end is so cool." It is cool, and that's why I included it. But what is even more interesting is that I tried it myself. So I was with a friend, and he just found the frequency generator app on his phone, and we played the 525 and 528 frequencies at the same time. Unfortunately, I didn't have like a to use, so I just used the flashlight from my phone with the lights off, with his phone doing the pulses of frequency sounds. And I was not expecting much, but I was very surprised to see that like about an inch or so above the phone lens where the light comes out, you could see all the individual lines of the light. And I haven't noticed that before, so I don't, maybe it has something to do with it. Anyway, I encourage you to try it by yourself, but just don't try to go through the portal. You probably need a lot more power than just a small light, but anyway. Another user called LD8CC8MK9B said that the man that appears from nowhere in the muted news report is very mysterious. Indeed, it is very mysterious. Yep, that's why I included it. There's actually a lot more cases of people or things just speeding in front of people or disappearing and reappearing, and I plan on making a future episode with a lot more examples of those. I've got another comment from Ipoda, who commented, "Yahoo, super, you made a professional video." I actually feel that that video was a little bit less professional because it was one of my earlier ones that I had been saving for a while before posting. But thank you for the comment. I appreciate it. User WN1SZ6 and Z7P wrote, "I want to know more about the Nazi time travel bell." Well, like I said, I plan to make an episode about that, so you'll have to stay tuned so I don't have to do the spoiler now. Then there was another one from Teacher Harry 40 who said, "Wow, anyone can time slip. Interesting." I think you would need very perfect circumstances to be able to time slip or see a UFO and take a picture of it or something like that, but I don't think it happens to everybody. But all the best to you. In the Bosnia Pyramid live episode, that video was 11 minutes long, but I actually spoke for 25 minutes before realizing that I was speaking to myself. But I'll answer a few more. Someone said in the live episode comments, they said, "Short but good. Bosnia looks nice, but is it safe?" I would say yes, it was safe. I had no issue. I never felt um, scared or in danger, anything like that. Um, just take the normal precautions you take when you go traveling. Uh, yeah. And the last one is, oh no, you got cut off because it was like, if you watch it, basically, I just do the comments and reply to questions, and then it did. How did you communicate when you were in Bosnia from Francis Le Cuisteau? In English. Yeah. Um, Everything was in English. We had no problem at all. And I'm excited to announce that the next 3 episodes will be consecutive episodes. There won't be any lives in between because I'll be in travel mode. So I know I've been talking up Greenland for a while, but I am very excited. That will be the next episode to be posted next Sunday. Talks about the anomalies of Greenland and Space Force at the previously named Thule base, now named something. It's a little bit hard to pronounce, but on the live it doesn't matter. It's Pittfuk. So it's like pity fuck. That's what it sounds like. So it's a name, so it's okay to say it. For the Bosnia pyramid, did you go just for the pyramid? So I was already going to be in Europe, but I specifically went to Bosnia to film the Bosnia pyramid episode. And then after my requirements in Europe were done, then I went to Austria to film the Spear of Destiny episode, as well as the introduction to the proof that humans and dinosaur lived together, because it was the Suicide of Saul painting at the Konhistorisches Museum. And the only reason I know that is because I've said it so many times. All right. Somebody asked what the future episodes are. Oh, yeah, I only mentioned Greenland. So the next 3 consecutive episodes are Greenland, free energy and suppressed technology, which is a little bit of a follow up of the Tartaria. Um, so I talk about inventors who invent amazing things and then they get censored by the government. And if they don't stop talking about this invention that they patented and they can't use it for commercial uses, they usually end up in jail, or which is the law, or they have the worst dish served, which is. And then I have the Betz sphere, which is an object, a non-terrestrial object about the size of a basketball, and it's like a shiny metal ball that can move by itself. And it was determined to have a atomic number of 140. The highest atomic number substance found in the world is 92, which is uranium. And the highest number that the humans have been able to raise it to using a nuclear reactor was 118. So having the atomic number of 140 definitely means that it's non-terrestrial origin. But then after my vacation, I'm going to have the Egypt reincarnation story, where a priestess from 3,000 years ago is reincarnated in the modern age. And the woman who has these memories, she ended up in Egypt, and then she would say, dig here, and they would find it, and dig here, and they would find whatever she said was going to be there. So that's pretty incredible. The Taiwan Pyramid, which was supposed to be the very first episode of my channel, will be after my vacation, so that you can look forward to that. And then I have the harp episode. So some of you may have noticed that the Northern Lights, Aurora Borealis, were very, very bright, present, much more to the south than usual. Like people like in Poland were seeing it, and it was just like, and this is they don't usually get the Northern Lights that far south. So there's uh, people are saying that it's due to HARP. So HARP studies the ionosphere, and anyway, they announced a 3-day test, and during this 3-day test was the same time that the sun had a solar eruption, which caused the northern lights to shine brighter than usual for 3 days. And of course, it's normal for the sun to have solar eruptions, and it's actually in the middle of its pole shift. So every 11 years, the sun reaches its polar solar maximum, and the poles flip from north to south. And so that's what's happening right now, and that's why the solar flares are bigger. So why is HARP screwing with the atmosphere? And then Moo is it's getting done. I'm working on it every day, and I'm hoping that I can finish it very soon, but we'll see. Okay, now on to the lottery. I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say how to catch time travelers giveaway. Okay. So, how to catch time travelers is the lottery. So, we know that the lottery has super big payouts once in a blue moon. And let me stop right there because I got a comment. You have been talking about this episode for quite some time. How long have you been working on this, Moo? Oh, yes. Well, I actually started working on Moo before even launching the episode. So, it would have been like the episode, the channel was launched in November. So it was probably like months earlier because it was like, probably took me like a month to write it because it includes a lot of research. And then it took me, I think, 15 filming sessions to get it done. And then send it to the editor to put it all together. And then now I'm still working on the background images that you see changing behind me as I speak. So I'm halfway done. So keep your fingers crossed I can get it done before I go. All right. So how to catch time travelers? So there's every country has like a lottery system that sometimes you can win millions and millions of dollars. So since those winners are few and far between, it's very easy for the men in black or the big government to do a background check on the people to make sure that they have been alive for a long period of time and they haven't just shown up. Um, and if they have determined that you are a time traveler, it's very easy for them to make you disappear unless you also have the ability to just disappear as your time traveler, but assuming you don't need some kind of vehicle or time. So yeah. So supposedly they lock you up and they make sure that you cannot communicate with the future to uh, tell them about this trap. But if myself and other people know about this scheme, it's safe to assume that they would know as well. But maybe in the earlier days, it worked and nobody talked about it because there was no internet. I assume it's been going on for a while. If you're able to time travel, where would you go to? I actually put a lot of thought into that. So, okay, if you were able to travel in time, where would you go, or when would you go? I would go to an English-speaking country, most likely England, uh, back in like the 1700s or so. And I have looked and studied where all the gold mines are so that I could go there, get my gold, and live like a lord in the past. And anyway, I plan on making more time travel episodes, and I'm going to get a few time traveling books, and I'll be having more of those kinds of discussions in a future episode, where hopefully I'll get you guys to tell me what you would do, where you would go, how would you go. Of course, time travel is not for everybody, and depending where you go, like if you went to China and you don't speak Chinese, that wouldn't be very good. But you could be like Marco Polo, which is exciting. So, but you could easily die. So be careful. All right. So according to quantum mechanics, there's a chance that time travel could be possible. So the men in black or the big government, they need to be prepared and have a way to contain these people to get answers or something. Maybe just the technology so they can use it themselves. Because the governments have like different branches to study aliens and UFOs and paranormal activity. So they definitely have something ready for time travelers, even if it hasn't happened yet. But, probably. All right. I mentioned it at the beginning. So Stephen Hawking, I'm blocking his name here. Stephen Hawking. Did you know that Stephen Hawking had a party for time travelers? All right, let me see what I wrote here. He hosted a party for time travelers. Invitations were only sent the following day after the party was over. If you are interested in joining, it's not too late. Just go to Gonville and Caius College on Trinity Street. 52 degrees, 12 minutes, and 21 seconds north, and 0 degrees, 7 minutes, 4.7 seconds east at 12 o'clock UT, June 28th, 2009, you can meet Stephen Hawking. Although he regarded the event as an experimental evidence that time travel is not possible. Personally, I just think that the time travelers might have thought it was a trap and that the time traveler catchers would have been there to get them. But I cannot confirm nor deny this story. That's just my personal opinion. So if you want to let me know where you would go, when you would go, and what you would do in the past, please let me know in the comment section. I'm very interested to know your answers, and I would like to share these in a future episode. So let me know what you think. That is all for today, and you can look forward to seeing the Greenland episode, free energy and suppressed technology episode, and the Bet's Sphere episode in the next 3 weeks. And then the following week will be a live episode discussing those 3 episodes. Then I'll have another 2 consecutive episodes. So stay tuned. And that's it. So, uncovering the truth, one conspiracy at a time. See you next week on the White Rabbit YouTube channel.